Yo, 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 everybody, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. How we doing, everybody? Come on in, sit on down. Let's talk a little bit about the horror world. Ugh, the secret world of horror movies. Ugh. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm just excited. I'm glad to be live. It's another start to another terrifying week. I love it. I love it. The horrors of reality. Isn't that fun? No, but seriously, we are kicking off the stream with some good news, ladies and gentlemen. Terrifier 3 just announced its digital release and physical release coming up very soon here. So November 26th is the digital release, so you'll be able to see it at home, rent it, do whatever the heck you want with it. You know, maybe get a little saucy with Art the Clown. Ooh, I don't know. Tickle some pickles while you're watching Terrifier 3. I don't judge what you guys do when you watch horror movies. But then on December 17th, if you're someone crazy like me who collects a bunch of physical media, like all that shit back there, you might be able to get a 4K copy of this bad boy on that day. I just pre-ordered my Steelbook. So excited to get that one. Very hyped up for it. So go check that out. Go get yourself a physical release, physical copy if you can, or see it on digital. I don't care. Do whatever you want. But I just thought I'd inform all my fellow Terrifier fans out there. Scream is kind of the big thing right now, though. You know, Scream is kind of moving up in popularity right now. I wanted to ask you guys a little bit about a Scream 7 video, what you guys wanted to see, because I have a few ideas, but there's nothing where I'm like, oh, that's definitely it. You know, like that's definitely the thing I want to talk about. So definitely want to throw that out there tonight. I have a few other topics that I want to talk about, including the Street Trash remake, which is coming out tomorrow. But you know, a lot of things, a lot of weird things that I want to get into. But we'll see what's up. Anyways, who's hanging out with us tonight? We got Pro King 11. What's up, dog? Saying Terrifier 4 could have Art the Clown be a bit of an anti-hero. With Sienna to kill Satan, but that's just a theory. Sounds like Satan's kind of the source of his power, though, which makes me wonder if he'd want to do that. To me, it's like he's kind of working with Art the Clown. They're in cahoots, one might say. Pro King 11, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe Art the Clown has a change of heart. You never know. He is a sweet little guy underneath all that makeup, so he just likes to kill people occasionally. NRU Cody, what's up, fella? You changed the name again. That's all good. You can keep changing it all you want. We won't judge you, my friend. Thanks for being here tonight, Cody. Appreciate you a bunch. Art organs are unknown. I wish we knew. Alexa, I wish I knew what you were talking about. I love that quote. That's great. I love the Poppy Playtime profile picture too. I have my chapter 3 playthrough is coming out soon as I can get through it. Man, you know, I chapters 1 and 2, so much fun, like cool shit all around. Chapter 3, unbelievably frustrating. Like, wow, it took me 90 minutes to get through a sequence of that probably would only take regular gamers 30 minutes. Very frustrating puzzle for me in that one. So I had to step away from Poppy Playtime for a minute because I'm like, man, chapter 3 is rough, but I love the first 2 chapters a bunch. ECVR, thank you for being a member. That's the best way to support the page. Really do appreciate you a bunch. Saying, hi, Lake. Do you know when you're seeing Anora? Lake is not seeing Anora probably until it comes out to digital. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I know it's getting a lot of praise. Love Mikey Madison. It's not exactly one that I have like on my must-see radar, you know? I don't know, maybe I'll see it in theaters. I have like the Regal Pass, so I get to see movies for like 50 cents. So maybe I go and check it out. I've heard very good things about it. Again, I'm a huge fan of Mikey Madison. I think she's a great actress. So I know she's phenomenal in this. I'm sure it's awesome. But I don't know. It's giving me like rom-com vibes, like more dramatic rom-com vibes. So I don't know if it's necessarily like number 1 on the list, you know? But yeah, I'll definitely be checking this one out at some point for sure. Reaper Kid is saying, I'm sure we'll definitely get scenes with Sydney talking to a Ghostface on the phone and fighting with Ghostface. I'm sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you know, that was a big thing that I'm like, I don't know if I want to make a whole video about this, but I was thinking about Scream 4 recently, you know, in comparison to Scream 7. And what I'm thinking about is I kind of think that's the best route for success at this point with Scream 7, is to do something similar to what the 4th film did. And what I mean by that is, you know, put Sydney as your focal character. She is our main character. So no Sam Carpenters, no other characters taking the reins, but have a new situation surrounding her, essentially. That to me is what I'm hoping for most. You know, we're hearing all these rumors about Sydney having a daughter. And to me, that just sounds like a Sam Carpenter replacement, you know, and you're going to once again push your former lead to the back. And that, I just don't think that makes sense. You know, what people are expecting from this movie is not the requel format where you're trying to do like dual storylines at the same time and overstuff your movie. What people are expecting from Scream 7 at this point is a Sidney Prescott focused Scream film. And that has its pros and cons, but I think you have to lean into that. I think we have to focus on Sidney once again if this movie is going to be successful. If you try to do the same thing that Screams 5 and 6 just did, people are going to lose interest. And from what I'm hearing from all the rumors, it sounds like they're doing another Scream 5, and that to me that's just not fresh anymore, you know? That was fun when it came out 2 years ago, but now I really want, there's other things I want from the Scream franchise, but if we're going to do a Sydney story, do the Sydney story. You know what I mean? Make her daughter off to the side. If you make the daughter character the focal point, you're just doing Scream 5 again, and it hardly will hold my interest, I think. But I'm really hoping that it's focused on Sydney protecting her family. She's the main character this time around. That to me, I could see working if you tell it right, if you do it the right way. But even then, there's pitfalls and traps and all that. But I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. I want Scream 7 to be good so bad. Marley Kai 2000 is saying, well, that Jake versus Mike Tyson fight sucked. Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I had a feeling. You can't tell me that wasn't scripted. Sorry. Listen, I don't know shit about fighting and a bunch of sports. I'm going to be honest, not the biggest sports ball guy, but you can't tell me that wasn't rigged. I don't know what to tell you, man. RJ Skarenki is saying it's Monday night again, time to let's talk some horror. You're damn right it is. Would you rather me just put talk some horror on the thumbnail, buddy? I see you're taking a little cheap shot at me, RJ. No, I'm just messing with you. Thank you for being a member, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Monday night. And we'll be live again on Friday, dude. So you get to talk horror twice with old Killjoy Jake this week. How about them apples? Paula Fitzhenry, hi. Hello. What's up, Paula? How you doing? The Poop Lady is here. The Poop Lady and I are celebrating our 1-year anniversary today, so mad shout out to Madison. She rocks. So much love. The Ribbit is hanging out with us. Hey. What's up? Michael Mins, love the profile picture, my friend. Saying, what's up, Killjoy? It's been a while since I watched a live from the UK. Have you been busy and all that jazz? Keep up the good shit. Thanks for hanging out, Michael. Appreciate you a bunch, man. Yeah, it's busy times. No worries, my friend. I understand. I just appreciate you stopping by and saying, hey, you know, I wouldn't want to go all lonely, you know. I might feel lonely if you don't come say hi to me, Michael, so I appreciate that. Cody's saying, I do not jerk it when art kills, I swear. That sounds like something that a person who jerks it when art kills would say, Cody. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. No, I'm just kidding. Scott Royston, thanks for being a member, my friend. Saying, hey there, everyone. How's it going, dog? It's going good. You know, it's going good. I got a new video out on the gaming page today, which I'm very, very thankful for. It was a struggle this weekend to get getting some gaming videos done. I had 2 in the works that I felt like they were going to be slam dunks, you know, and they ended up being a lot more challenging. The video that I posted today, for instance, when I recorded it at first, all the audio just decided to cut out, which was so much fun. Love that. Love that for me. So I had to redo it, and then we made it. It was still fun. Still a good video. And then Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, again, you know, the first 2 chapters of that are pretty quick. Like, they're like 2 hours of gameplay. Chapter 3 is like 5 hours, and I was not ready for that. I was not ready for, like, the ultra long gameplay that was going to be, and I thought I was just going to knock it out, be ready to post it, but that's going to take a few more days, I think. So gaming channel's been a little challenging to get that off the ground, but we're making it happen. So I do appreciate anyone who goes over there, subscribes, and checks out the videos. I do appreciate it a bunch. So today's video was on Black Ops 6 Zombies, if you're interested in seeing all of that. No, we have a Corey and a Cody. Sorry, those are similar names, not another Cody. What's up, Corey? How's it going? Hey, Jake, can't believe what Terrifier 3 has made so far. 85 million, my friends. With 4 being in hell, and I'm sure different demons, having a bigger budget to play with might be better. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're gonna go that route, right? If we're gonna go to hell in Terrifier 4, which is what it seems like, right? Where it seems like we're going that route. You wouldn't want to do that for cheap. So I'm very thankful that this movie's making so much money, because I feel like we can tell that story in its entirety in the next movie. Because I don't think the whole thing will be, you know, like a trek through hell, just parts of it, just a portion of it, maybe like the third act. And that to me, again, you know, this is total speculation, but to me that makes a lot of sense. That could be a lot of fun. But again, I feel like that's a shock. You know, it's a shock to go to a wildly different location like that. I don't know if I would want to spend the whole movie doing something like that. I think like a third act, you know, like, whoa, oh my God, we're in hell. This is crazy. You know, that could be fun. That could be insane. Sienna fighting demons and all that. Before that, though, we got to hit some staples of the franchise, right? We got to see Art the Clown being his goofy self, killing people, running amok. We got to get Sienna to hell in the first place. That's a challenge. You know, it's not an easy feat to to travel to the underworld. So if we just, you know, right from the beginning, it's like, we're there. Screw it. That to me would be... it feels like there's a little bit of story that could come from looking for a portal to hell. So I hope that we play into that a little bit with Sienna. Now that she's like pretty much lost everybody, you know, I imagine her one motivator at this point is getting Gabby back. So hopefully that's what Terrifier 4's like first 2 acts is all about, right? Getting there. Gory Tiger saying, "What's up? How's it going, Gory Tiger? How's it going? Welcome in. I see you're potentially excited for Scary Movie 6, because you didn't quite put the Z's in there, but you did say what's up. But let me correct that to what's up? What's up? What's up? There we go. What's up, Doc? How's it going? Welcome in. Dean Renner, appreciate you supporting the page as well. What's up? How's it going, man? What's up, Dean? Welcome in. What if Art is Sienna's father? I'm bullshitting, of course. A lot of people still have that theory, man. A lot of people still believe it. I personally, I don't. I think that Sienna's father has a bigger role to play in the franchise. I just did a big video on it, in fact. My last Terrifier 4 video was all about Sienna's daddy. James River CFC Reviews is saying, "Hey Jake, not so much to do with horror, but thoughts on Lady? Haha. Lady Gaga." I'm like, what? Lady Haha joining cast of Wednesday if you have watched the series before. You know, I see the correction in the second thing there. That's really funny. No, that's cool. You know, rock on, dude. I honest to God, when I have seen her act in the stuff that she's in, typically she's pretty good. I have not seen Joker 2. I really have no interest, I'm gonna be honest, based on I got the ending spoiled for myself, and that just does not sound like a movie I'm going to like at all. But what I have seen her from, which I really only have like two points there, is A Star Is Born and American Horror Story Season 5. I think she was great in both things. Even and here's my other thing: American Horror Story Season 5, I don't think it's great, but the best part about it is Lady Gaga's performance and like the hotel aesthetic. I think that's awesome, but the story itself, whatever. Wasn't crazy about that. But I'm sure she'll do great. I'm sure she'll be awesome in that show. That'll be a lot of fun to see for sure. And Wednesday Season 1, it was cool. I enjoyed it. It was a fun watch. I think when you're watching a lot of stuff like that that's like clearly made for children, sometimes it can be like too dumbed down or just like focused on things where I'm like, this isn't necessarily like, this is enjoyable for like 8-year-olds, you know what I mean? But like Wednesday, I feel like it actually had a pretty good story. It was thought out. It had some fun elements to it. It was a good reimagining of the classic character. I thought it was good, and I see why it has the attention and fan base that it's garnered for sure. It's one of the best Jenna Ortega performances too, if I'm being real. You know, both Megan and Wednesday, right? They're popular because their dances blew up on TikTok. But both of these things are also pretty good. You know, like when you actually sit down and watch them, it's more than just the viral TikTok thing about them. So to me, I actually really like both these things. And I think from the outside, if you've never watched Wednesday, if you've never watched Megan, you're like, oh, that's just the TikTok thing. Like, I don't care. You know, that probably sucks. But there's in both scenarios, there are some big positives that I really liked. The cast of Wednesday, for instance, I thought was fantastic, pretty much across the board. It does have a little bit of that, like, you know, like teen drama. Oh, where there's girls and boys who like each other, you know that kind of shit. But but it's fun. It's a fun series. I enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what season 2 does. It'll be fun. I'm hearing that Jenna Ortega says that it's going to be more horror based too. It's going to be getting away from the teen drama elements, more just like horror for children, and I like that. I'm all about that. I think kids should be exposed to scary stuff at a young age. I know some people would disagree with that, but to me, it's like you're just, life is scary. You know what I mean? Life is scary, man. Kids have got to should have a little bit of gateway horror in their lives, so they're not just completely repelled by it later on in life. Personally, I want to see an absolutely gasp-worthy twist in Scream 7. You know, I do too. I'm not counting on it. I'm gonna be real. I think Scream 7, there are a lot of elements that it can succeed. There's a lot of areas where it can succeed and thrive. I don't think this is gonna be one of them. I think it can sunset the Sidney Prescott story really well. You know, give us closure to that, and then hopefully move on to something else moving forward. I think that it's gonna be able to do that for sure. I'm not expecting a very brutal movie in any way, shape, or form. Just, I mean, and you know, I'm basing this off of a lot of comments made by, like, Matthew Lillard, who isn't technically confirmed to be a part of the project, but man, I'd be shocked if he's not involved with Scream 7 in some way, shape, or form. I have this feeling that they're gonna do the Stu thing. You know, I'm not on the Stu train, as you guys know, but I just, deep in my bones, in my loins, I just have this feeling that, yeah, we're gonna do the Stu twist. And like 30% of the people that see the movie are going to lose their minds, and the rest of us are going to be so turned off to the franchise moving forward. But I don't know, if Scream turns into the new event film horror franchise, cool, whatever. But I think this franchise has the potential to be so much more. My Chunky Jordy, thank you for being a member, saying don't forget to send the like button some love. Appreciate that a bunch. You know, there's another button you could send love that would help out Jake even more if you hit that subscribe button. We are nearly at 28,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. We're nearing it. We're edging upon 28,000 subscribers. So if you guys hit that little red button there, that would be so cool. Would love to be able to get to that. Talia Nakarado, what's up, my friend? Thank you for being a member. Appreciate you a bunch. Saying, I'm so happy I was able to catch the live. Normally I'm at work when you go live. So yay to making it to this one. Thanks for being here, Talia. Appreciate you. Also, congrats on the anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being here. And I love this. You're saying Scream 4 is the best sequel. It is. It is the best sequel. You're 100% right. This is not an opinion. It's truth. No, I'm kidding. I love Scream 4. It's my favorite. It's probably my favorite Scream sequel by a large margin, and that is because of what, you know, Paulo was talking about earlier. It's got a gasp-worthy twist. What? Not Jill? Oh my God! I need to watch Scream 4 again, though. That's probably what I want to base this new Scream 7 video on. Is Scream 7 needs to be an evolution of Scream 4, I think. And with Kevin Williamson in a creative seat, a more creative seat, I should say, this time around, I think that could be the case. Maybe. Just don't turn it into an event film, please God. Brandon is saying, how you doing, Jake? I'm doing good. I got some rest in today a little bit because I've just been going hard the last couple of weeks. Just been working. So if it seems like I have a little more energy today, that's why. I got a nap in. Old man Jake got his fucking nap in. How are you doing, Brandon? With your killer fucking eyebrows and perfect smile. Dear God, I'm so jealous. And that's not a dig, Brandon, genuinely. You're a handsome man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Blake Thompson is saying Sydney has a child in Scream 5. She sure does. And she apparently has an older daughter as well that's going to be leading. Again, this is like, these are rumors. I don't know if any of this is true. But, you know, if we do focus on an older Prescott child or something like that, I just feel like we're missing the point of why we want to do a Sydney-focused Scream, why that is still such a want from the fan base. To me, I think there are better routes for Scream to go. Like, I love Sydney, one of the best final girls to ever do it, without a doubt. But I don't know. I think there's really one more Sydney story you can tell. There's one more, and that is only because Scream 5 exists that you can even tell that story. She's a mother now, you know what I mean? You can tell that story, run it, you know, make it happen. But I think there's other stories we can tell in this universe, but that's a whole different thing. If we focus Scream 7 on her daughter again, you're just doing the Sam Carpenter thing again. You know what I mean? You're just doing, it's somebody's daughter. That's the focal point. Every requel has done that at this point, man. I mean, Ghostbusters, Halloween, Candyman, kind of. I don't know. To me, it's like, give me something different. Give me something. Stop making it all about descendants. Make it about just the original characters again. Just give me another Sydney-focused movie. Like, if you're gonna do Sydney, do it. Stop beating around the bush and just make it happen. ECVR is saying it would be really cool to see a Scream movie with maybe thousands of killers. Maybe Sydney tweets something really controversial and a lot of people get offended. Imagine seeing 10,000 ghost faces. That's really funny. The motivation is we're gonna cancel Sidney Prescott. I love it. I already love it. This is 10 out of 10. I think more than anything, I don't, watching Scream 6 again, to me, what I love so much about that film is some of the other weird nuances about it that makes it stand out from the other films. I've seen all 6 of the Scream movies so many times that when I go to Scream 6, I get something new and something else to take away from it, even though, yes, it is kind of following a similar format to previous movies. So, honestly, Scream 7 can impress me if it decides to try something else, just try something else with its motivation for its killer or just the flow of the story, something. As of right now, all we know that is confirmed about Scream 7 just feels like it's hitting on the same beats, the same familiar notes that we've gotten from the franchise's past, and to me, that's not necessarily what makes a good sequel, a good continuation. I think what could make Scream 7 really special is if it once again tries some new shit out. I think it was really cool that Scream 6 it almost felt like it was taking from what the fan base wanted to see a little bit in the franchise and spun it in its own original way. So I'm really hoping to see a little more of that here in Scream 7, a little more experimentation while getting things back to to the final girl, the original final girl. Let's make that happen. Put Sydney as the focus, try some new things out, see what happens, see what comes of it. Lighting Ghost has been a member for 16 months. Holy crap, man. Thank you for your support. Really do appreciate you a bunch. I saw this, I feel like I've seen this question on social media elsewhere. The Saw bathroom or the Terrifier 2 bathroom? And God, these are both terrible choices. These are I would not want to be in either of these places. But what I will say is I'm 100% sure there is poop and blood in the Terrifier 2 bathroom. I think there might only be blood in the Saw bathroom. Maybe. There might also be poop. That was a brown toilet, man. That was a nasty ass toilet in there. But there is still the question of, is that poop? Where I just feel like in the Terrifier 2 bathroom, that's poop. So my reasoning here is entirely because of the presence of fecal matter in the Terrifier 2 bathroom, which I'm pretty damn sure about. So I guess I would rather be in the Saw bathroom. Ugh. At least I have a chance to get out in a Saw type scenario. Whereas if I'm in that Terrifier 2 bathroom, I'm going out like Brooke, dude. Like I'm getting my heart ripped out of my chest, acid on the face. It's gonna be rough. It's not gonna be fun. So there's a chance I might get out in the Saw bathroom. That's what I'm going with. Am I buying the Terrifier box set when that comes out? I'm getting I have the Steelbook for part 2. And I just pre-ordered the Steelbook for part 3. So I really like, I really like the Steelbooks. The box set is also like $120 or something like that. I was literally just looking at it before the stream and I ended up picking it up. But yeah, I'm just getting the Steelbook. I think that to me is what looks the most sick. Josh Petrino's hanging out with us, speaking of Terrifier 3. What's up, dog? How's it going? What's up, Josh? Josh is awesome. If you guys don't know, he did the VFX for Terrifier 3 and Terrifier 2, so that's why these movies look so good. Give Josh some major props there. He deserves it. That's why those movies look so fucking nasty. Love it. The letter A is saying, good afternoon, Killjoy Cake. Y'all would love to see the Killjoy Cake, wouldn't you? You pervs. I'm just kidding. What's up, A? How you doing? Do not see Joker 2, worst 2 hours of my life. I could have been playing Fortnite. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. And listen, I usually don't let just one thing about a movie ruin it. I try not to do that. If I hear something about a movie and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like that or not, whatever. But what I have heard about this film is such a deal breaker. I have no interest. Like, the musical thing was already weird, whatever. I could get past that, but what they supposedly do at the ending is like, I have literally no interest in seeing that film. That completely kills any and all interest I have in seeing a Joker solo movie. But I'm not gonna say, in case there's people out there who still want to see it. I won't say. Lightning Ghost is saying, right, I started young, talking about horror movies. We were talking about that earlier. I think Jenna Ortega is producing one of the episodes too, and Lady Gaga has joined the cast. Yeah, that's exciting. You know, rock on. I'll definitely be watching. See what Wednesday season 2 is all about. Hopefully it's fun. Of all the indie games, films, what do you expect the most from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Bendy, Poppy Playtime, or Hello Neighbor? I'm really excited to see what they do with the Poppy Playtime adaptation. That's probably the one I'm the most excited for right now. I wasn't, as you guys know, I was not crazy about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It was an Easter egg hunt. That's all it was. That all that movie offered to me was Easter eggs of the other games. How much was that movie made for? Like $4 or $5 million? It's a $5 million MatPat video. That's all it is. Like, I don't know. I could have stayed home and watched MatPat videos. Is how I feel about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. But Poppy Playtime, there is a lot of really interesting lore and story there that I feel like they could dive into and make something special out of. Make it really terrifying as well, unlike the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So I'm really hoping that they can course correct with that franchise and actually make it scary and more than just a fucking MatPat video. But with Poppy Playtime, I'm really getting into that series right now, and I think honestly it's even more interesting than Five Nights at Freddy's. So I'm really hoping that's good. I'm really hoping that that one rocks. But we'll see. We'll see what's up. I don't know too much about Bendy and Hello Neighbor. I have not played those yet. Yet, keyword. But soon. We'll see what's up. Lighting Ghost, thanks for the 5. Appreciate you for supporting the page. You're a member and you're throwing a super chat out there. You're the best, Lighting Ghost. Thank you. You're basically single-handedly supporting the page in this time where not much horror content gets a ton of views. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Saying, do you think you could make it in a zombie apocalypse? Man. I mean, maybe. Zombie apocalypse, the thing about that is if it's slow zombies, I feel like I have a chance. You know, I feel like I actually have a chance to do something, you know? I mean, slow zombies suggests that you have to be strategic. They have the numbers, but you have to have the brains kind of thing, right? So if you were to get to, you know, a location where you could fortify it and basically have walls up, essentially, have some kind of way to, you know, generate food, generate weapons, have a good system going on without any people who are going to disrupt that, you can make it work. You can make it happen. But I think that's easier said than done kind of thing. So a zombie apocalypse would be a tough scenario. I remember, you know, as a kid, I'm like, that would be so fun. I wish zombies would take over the planet. No, now as an adult, I'm like, that's actually terrifying. Why would I ever want that? That sounds terrible. But I don't know. I would. I think I would make it farther than most, is what I would say. I think I could make it for at least a couple of years before getting eaten alive. But I feel like that's the other thing, though. I feel like you're eventually just gonna get eaten alive. Like, there's just no way around that in a zombie apocalypse. It's gonna happen, but you're just prolonging the inevitable. How long can you survive in that scenario? I think I could go for at least 1 or 2 years. I think I got 1 or 2 years in the zombie apocalypse before my organs are draped around a zombie's mouth, you know? So that's the skin I got in that game. But Lighting Ghost, thank you so much for the 5. Again, appreciate your support. Thank you. Scott Royston is saying, Stu is dead. These people need to let it go. He's more deaded than the rest of the killers. Yeah, but why is Matthew Lillard talking about Scream 7 so much? Why is he hyping it up? Man, Scott, I'm with you, man. He's dead. Like, I don't want him to come back, but like, dude, he keeps talking about it. Matthew Lillard keeps bringing it up. And to me, it's like, so they're doing it, huh? They're making this happen. He's crapping on Scream 6 because it's too different from the other ones, and he's talking about how great 7 is going to be with Kevin in charge. He's in the movie. I'm convinced at this point. At this point, the Stu thing is the only thing that can make it fun again, unless they completely start fresh with new people and killers with no ties to the original. Yeah, I mean, that to me is my dream route for Scream right now, is just to start fresh, no more ties to the original, tell a new story with new characters, new Ghostface. To me, that just makes the most sense. You know, I just think we've told the story with the main characters. In fact, we've told the story with the new characters now, alongside legacy characters. So to me, I just think it makes more sense if we were to just start fresh with brand new characters, build upon new people to make them interesting again. But Where I'm at with Scream 7 is I'll take one more Sydney movie where she's like a mom that's a little different than what we've gotten, as long as they can find a fresh way to tell that story. I'm here for it, but I don't know. I just think like, here's my thing about doing bringing Stu back. It just turns this series into an event series. It turns it into what Deadpool and Wolverine was, you know? I like the first two Deadpool movies. They're really fun anti-hero flicks, but when we get to Deadpool and Wolverine, it's a great first watch. It is so much fun. Lots of characters to point at the screen and be like, oh, I know that guy and this guy and this guy, whatever. But then you watch it again and you're like, the story sucks. There's no substance here. It's literally just a cameo fest. And a big event film. Let's go out to the theaters and see it. But I have literally no interest in watching Deadpool and Wolverine again. With the Scream franchise, I can watch them over and over and over and over again because there's so many little like sophisticated intricacies about those flicks that I really like. That I really like going back through those movies over and over again. If Stu comes back, you've turned Scream into the big event horror flick. Come see this at the theaters, and then completely forget about it afterwards. It's an event. It's the Barbenheimer of the summer. Come see Scream. I don't know. I think Scream is a little more than that. It's always been a very sophisticated and interesting murder mystery franchise. I just want to get back to that. I want to get back to just trying to figure out who the killer is and having fun with a brand new mystery. But I don't know. Some people just want the fun. Some people just want the fun, the event, and I respect it. I get that. But we'll see. We'll see what's up. We'll see where it goes next. Hey, Jake, have you read the Terrifier 2 novelization? I also enjoyed your... no, I have not yet, but I plan to. I also enjoyed your Creep video and was wondering if you've read Infinite Jest. I like the idea of a film people literally can't stop watching. Sean, that makes me so happy because I literally was like... I was working on that video... And I said to myself, okay, that Infinite Jest line, that's something. You know, I'm watching Creep 2, and I'm like, he did not throw that in there for no reason. And I did all this research on it, and I have not read Infinite Jest. But my summary of the book, it sounds so interesting. It sounds so ridiculous and something really special. So I really do want to sit down and read it. It's a crazy sounding novel with a lot. Like it would be impossible for me to just off the top of my head kind of explain everything about what's going on with this, but there's a lot of elements to it, including what you're talking about. It's like basically all the storylines happening in this is like congealed into like a film that people are obsessed with, and they start watching on a loop over and over and over again to the point where they like literally die. If you guys saw the latest Meat Canyon video, the Talk to a Podcast one, if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's kind of a play on that, honestly. But I have not read Infinite Jest, but there's a lot of themes from that novel that Creep 2 borrows and kind of does its own thing with, which I thought was so interesting, which is why I kind of there's a little dedicated piece in the last video that I was like, I don't understand. There's so much going on with this novel. I almost like wasn't even going to talk about it. And then I was like, okay, no, that's really interesting. I got to throw that in there. So Sean, I'm really glad that you took that away from the video because that was like a weird little piece of research where I'm like, I'm not even going to talk about this. And then I decided to. So I'm glad you took that away. I'll remember that for the future and remember to keep those intricate little details in the videos moving forward. But I do want to sit down and read that one. It sounds super interesting. And if the Creep likes it, you know, then if Peach Fuzz likes it, then I got to read it too. So Sean, thank you so much for watching the Creep video over on the new page. Really does mean a lot to me. I'm so grateful that video did so well. And I do want to read that book at some point. I'll keep you updated on that, Sean. Scott's saying Scream 2 and Scream 3 are the best. If you had to pick between one of those, Scott, which one's your favorite between Screams 2 and 3? I think Scream 2 is probably my favorite between those two. But I like them both. Josh is saying they just need a great writer and to show us that it's Stu up front. But then there's no mystery, Josh. I like them. I'm a mystery nut. I like a good mystery in movies. I like when a movie's like really making me think, and then it's just like, bam, here's what's actually going on. And I'm like, fuck, holy, what the hell's going on? So that to me, that's another thing that where I'm like, I love Stu. He's my favorite Ghostface. You know, I've said that before. I'll say it again. But I want a mystery. You know what I mean? I want something to be like, wait, what's really going on here? You know, if you can do the Stu thing and still have the mystery angle, I'm here for it. But I've yet to figure out how they could do that successfully. Just Jaden is saying hi. What's up, fella? Is that pizza? You got pizza dripping out of your mouth? What's going on there? I like it. Are you flipping me off too in your profile picture? Damn. Damn, Jaden. Brutal out here. You're just saying hi, and now you're eating pizza and flipping me off. I see how it is. Reaper Kid is saying, I hope Scream 7 is a darker, more terrifying version of 4. Oh, keep wishing, my friend. Brandon is saying, I'm glad to hear it. Jakey Wakey, I am flattered. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I got you, dog. Anytime you need emotional support, I got you. Superman is hanging out with us. He's got a new movie coming out next year. Are you a Pringles or Lay's person? That's a really good question because I think both are great for different reasons. And they also have cons. I think they both also have some interesting cons. Pringles, look at these mitts. Look at these mitts I'm dealing with here. You know how hard it is to get these things into a Pringles can? I gotta rip that shit open, dude. So I love Pringles, but they're hard to eat. for me, at least. I have these massive bear paws where I'm always trying to stuff them into holes. But Lay's, the problem with those is they hardly even fill up half the bag. What the fuck, Lay's? Pringles, at least the whole can's filled. You know what I mean? I mean, come on now. But I like both. I think they both have some killer flavors. I lean towards Pringles, but again, I think Lay's are easier to eat. So, tough to say. Melissa Wildcard is saying, who's been a member for 9 months, saying, keep up the great work. Thank you, Melissa. I really appreciate that. Look at that. I'm throwing some positive shit out to all of y'all, and y'all are throwing the positivity right back. I really do appreciate that, Melissa. So much love. Thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for supporting the page. For as long as you have. Thank you. And I see you're a fan of Scream 6, which is awesome. we love Scream 6 around here. So that's great. That's good stuff to see. Necromechanimal is saying, what's a lesser known film you hope to see get parodied in Scary Movie 6? That's a really good question. Man, I'm trying to think, because there's a lot of stuff where, I personally have poked a little bit of fun at for one reason or the other. I think The Strangers, I wouldn't call that lesser known, I mean, that's a somewhat popular slasher franchise at this point, but I would say it's a little less popular than something like Terrifier or Scream at this point, So I'm kind of hoping that The Strangers gets ripped on a little bit, because I just feel like these new movies are totally missing the mark on what makes The Strangers. I don't know how they would even do that in Scary Movie 6, but that might be fun, to see the Strangers get a little jab. That could be cool. I think Longlegs for sure is going to be getting made fun of. That's pretty popular though, I feel. So I wouldn't say that's lesser known. Maybe even Night Swim. Night Swim deserves to get to get ripped on. Any of the Blumhouse movies that have come out in like the last 2-3 years, I think deserve a little nudge, something to them. That could definitely be fun. Night Swim isn't like crazy popular. Sure, it had somewhat of a big release, but like that's not, you know what I mean? Like most people, if you're going up to them now and you're like, have you seen the film Night Swim? They'll probably look at you funny and say like, what? You want to go for a swim with me at night? You creep? That's what they'll likely say to you. But I would hope something like that gets a little jab. That'd be fun. I'm curious what's the most obscure film that all 5 of those movies have ripped on. I'm curious to find that out. That'd be interesting. Venom Claus is saying Alvin and the Chipmunks getting thrown in Scary Movie. I think that's what you mean. I don't know, but that's funny. I love it. Have those little fuckers running around singing tunes in Scary Movie 6. Lighting Ghost is throwing $5 out there, and I see your insane super chat that we're going to get to in a second here. Thank you so much, my friend. Saying Brooke from Terrifier 2 has joined the cast of Screamboat, the horror movie with David Howard Thornton as Mickey Mouse. Wow. Now that's exciting. Okay, rock on, dude. I love that the Terrifier people, even all the way back from, the original days, they're still getting work in this franchise and a lot of the offshoots that these companies, the other movies that these companies do, like Fuzz on the Lens is working on this one, obviously. That's so cool. No, that's really exciting. That's fun stuff to hear. For instance, if you're like, you want to hear a really weird pull, the girl from the original Terrifier short is the girl that's at the desk in Terrifier 3. I think she briefly has a conversation with Uncle Greg, like talking about Sienna. So I just thought that was cool. It's like, oh my god, that's the girl from the original Terrifier short. What do you know? She's there for like 2 seconds, but she's there. She's still in the movie, and I think that's great. So it's very clearly a big loving family, and that makes me happy. It's wonderful stuff to see. So cool to see that Brooke is going to be in that one. She, and also, as we know, she's in Terrifier 3 for a hot second. She's great. Oh my God. I think she had an even memorable role in Terrifier 3 than in part 2, which might be a hot take, but she killed it, man. The pass the rice bit is hilarious. So that's really cool to see her moving into Screamboat. That's going to be a very fun film at the top of next year. So I can't wait to see what it's all about. Another great killer performance from David Howard Thornton. Love him in all the Terrifier films, of course, but he's also great in The Mean One and as Player 2 in Stream, if you guys have not seen that movie yet. I've talked about it every chance I could possibly get. but man, Stream rocked. I loved it. David Howard Thornton especially is very good in that one. So can't wait to see this movie. Can't wait to see Brooke from Terrifier 2 in it as well. Lightning Ghost, thank you for the 5, and Jesus fucking Christ, Lightning Ghost, thank you for the early Christmas present. I really do appreciate that. Dude, again, I know I say it a lot, but really, this is a tough time of year for old Jake, and I really do appreciate any and all support during these live streams. It keeps this page running right now. As you guys know, I'm working on 2 other channels right now that are not monetized, so I'm not making any money off of any of those videos right now. So I really do appreciate it. You guys are keeping me in business, and it rocks. It's because of these live streams that I'm able to keep doing all this shit right now, so thank you. You guys rock. So much love to you all. Lightning Ghost, thank you for the 100. That's crazy, man. That's crazy stuff. So thank you a bunch. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, dog. It's great stuff. Ty Lee throwing $5 out there too. Thank you for being a member as well. Saying, we all know Scary Movie will be the better Scream movie, like Thanksgiving was the better Scream movie last year. You're not wrong, Ty. Whew. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, it's looking rough, I'm a huge Scream fan. I have been ever since I saw Scream 4 at a way too young an age. Loved that movie so much. That twist blew my mind when I was younger, and I've been a fan ever since. But I'm at this place with the Scream franchise where I don't know if this new one's going to be successful or not. It doesn't sound like a recipe for success. And I guess, yeah, as of right now, I am a little more excited to see what Scary Movie 6 is all about. That might potentially rip on it, But we'll see what's up. We'll see what ends up happening. It's crazy that I'm even saying that, because I mean, I remember not even a year ago, I was like, man, I think it sucks that people know Ghostface from Scary Movie and not from Scream, because some of these movies are so well done and made very well, in my opinion. I love them. I wish more people appreciated them. And it's funny now. It's like the script is flipped. I think I'm more excited for Scary Movie 6 at this point than Scream 7. But dude, I would love to be shocked. I would love to be shocked and just be dead wrong about Scream 7. I'd love for this movie to be just a roller coaster, a big shocker. Just people being like, whoa, oh my God, this movie actually rocks. This is so good. That would make me very happy to see. So hopefully we get that sometime soon, but fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll see once we get more information on it, of course. But dude, thank you so much. I kind of agree with this, but we'll see. We'll see what Scary Movie 6 is all about and what Scream 7 can do. I'm also, Ty, actually, one final note on this. I'm covering Thanksgiving over on Killjoy Jake Retro. That's the next big movie video that I'm going to be doing over there, so make sure to check that out. Watch Thanksgiving before that video comes out. Big old deep dive into that one. So I'm really excited to talk about that movie sometime soon. Ty, thank you for the 5. Appreciate your support. Riley Murray is with us tonight. What's up, Riley? Big old R in the profile picture there. Saying Stu was going to be in the original Scream 3 before he got changed. So I don't know if that's true. I hear this a lot, and to me, every time I look up what the original Kevin Williamson draft of Scream 3 was going to be, the big twist seemed to have been about basically all of the younger kids in the movie originally were all going to be in this cult of Ghostface. But there's no mention from Kevin Williamson about Stu ever being the one to lead that. I feel like that's just a fan... like a fan theory thing. Fans theorize that could have been the case. And I think actually Matthew Lillard has said something about there was early talks of that, maybe he was going to come back for part 3. But I've never once heard Kevin Williamson say that specifically. Because I did research into this one time for a video, because I was like, oh, what was going on with that? Was Stu supposed to come back or whatever? I think that only comes from a conversation Matthew Lillard had in the past. I don't know. I can't find any record of that actually being the case. But there is a lot of information on Kevin Williamson's original Scream 3 draft, which sounded really interesting. It was a lot of these kids were going to pretend to, that to themselves. and then they were all gonna like basically get up and they're still alive. They were all Ghostface. That was like the big twist of the original Scream 3, but for whatever reason, they didn't like that one. They got Aaron Kruger to work on it instead. I believe there was scheduling conflicts because I think Kevin was working on Dawson's Creek at the time or something. I'm talking off the top of my head, but something along those lines. Marquise is saying, hey Jake, I'm there. What's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome in. Scary movie pick on Halloween. You hear about it? Oh yes, I did a whole video on it, my friend. Yeah, Scary Movie's gonna pick on Halloween and the new Scream movies, the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm here for it. I love it. You know, I can't wait to see what it's all about. Making fun of the requels and all that. And I've heard people say, you know, I want to see Scary Movie make fun of some of the other new movies. They will, don't worry. But I think the requel trend is one that Scary Movie can just pick apart, man. Can just rip on to death. There's so many little angles there to squeeze its juvenile humor into that I'm sure they'll do. And God, it would be such a missed opportunity if they didn't get Melissa Barrera in there, literally playing Sam Carpenter again. Like, tell me that would be hilarious. That would be fucking awesome. That's a win-win for Scary Movie 6, in my opinion. I can't see that not working. Where she literally plays like the new character who's replacing the older character. And Anna Faris could like totally, you know, they could have some beef. That would be so funny. Like Anna Faris and Melissa Barrera basically like fighting in the movie over like the spotlight. There's so much they could do there. To me, it's like that's an easy win. That's an easy W for Scary Movie 6 to get her in that movie. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Lighting Ghost is saying, well, November is when I know you don't get that many views because Halloween is over. So just supporting the best horror YouTube channel. Thank you, Lighting Ghost. I appreciate that a bunch. Really does mean a lot, man. Thank you a bunch, man. Thank you. Crazy. Lighting Ghost is the MVP of the night. Scott Royston has just gifted 5 Killjoy Jake memberships as well. Thank you, Scott. Really do appreciate that. Again, becoming a member is like the best way to support the page. It's awesome stuff. Infinite Sky just got gifted a membership. Tom, Tracy Plans, Beast Merc, and Oscar Hernandez all have become members. Welcome to the fold, everybody. Welcome. Just sip up on the Killjoy Jake Kool-Aid. It's just Kool-Aid. And a little bit of something special in there. So sip on it. Sip up on it. If that makes any fucking sense. But Scott, thank you so much for gifting those memberships. I really do appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. And you love Pringles. I love that. I love that a bunch. And you love Scream too. See, there's so much love. There's so much love in the chat tonight. I love it. Josh is working on Screamboat right now. Can you share any details with us, Josh? I know, you know, I probed you a little bit for Terrifier 3 spoilers, and you wouldn't give it to us in the chat, but maybe some Screamboat spoilers you'll throw at us. I don't know. Well, I gotta, you know, I'm not doing my job if I don't ask, Josh, so I'm gonna ask. But maybe, I don't know. We'll see how mad the Fuzz Boys get at me for asking that question, but I'd love to know. I sure would love to know. It's exciting stuff. Ty Lee is saying a Scary Movie made fun of Barbarian, you know it would be gross. Oh, they'll totally make fun of Barbarian. I didn't even think about that one. They could totally do something where it's like someone goes into the basement, there's like 1,000 rooms. I mean, think about that like long, just a really long joke where it's like they just keep finding new rooms. They keep finding like tunnels and tunnels and tunnels forever. That's such a Scary Movie bit. Oh, they'll totally do something with that. That would be fun. And of course, there's some nasty The Substance style monster in the basement, just like in Barbarian. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm very excited for Scary Movie 6. It's gonna be fun. Jordan Caleb, what's up, Jordan? Saying happy anniversary to you and Madison. Thank you. Been watching since 2019 when the news broke that a new Scream was coming out. Wow. Oh my God. You've been here for a while. Much love. Can't wait for Terrifier 4. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jordan. I really do appreciate that. I can't even believe it's been 5 years. Like it's nuts. I can't even believe how long it's been since Since we started this page, man, it's unreal. It's unreal to even think about. So I'm really thankful for all the support. We have so many people who have been here since 2019, which is crazy. And I'm really thankful for it. So this page really exploded during the pandemic, and I was really thankful for that. And I'm still able to have it as my job today. So Jordan, it's because of people like you that I'm able to do this crazy shit, and I'm very thankful. So thank you for being here. I'm so hyped for Terrifier 4. Can't wait to talk about all these new movies, and hopefully I'll have a new review video up tomorrow. So thanks for watching, Jordan. Shay Rance is hanging out with us, saying, "What's up, Jake? How's it going?" It's going good. It's going real good. We're having a fun live stream. I plan on going for a little while tonight, so you guys might even see my bald ass head and how nasty my hair looks. Who knows? Who knows what'll end up happening? You never know what's gonna happen on a Killjoy Jake stream. For the love of rock. What's up, dog? Saying if Stu returns for Scream 7, then they should return Dewey as well. Make it blatantly obvious that no one dies in this franchise. The end should be Sydney surrounded by 20 ghost faces. And of course, she lives. You know, it's hard for me to disagree with this. I think if they're gonna go the event route. They're gonna go the this is just a fun, silly movie now at this point. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Fuck it. See what ends up happening. I don't know. I'm just at the point where I just want a good story, man. I think there's we got close with the last one. You know, we got close with Scream 6, but it didn't quite hit the mark as a lot of people, as I know a lot of people share in that opinion. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening for the love of rock. Hopefully some good stuff in this one. Maybe something a little more of substance, right? We'll see what ends up happening. I heard Stu was gonna be like Hannibal Lecter in it. Oh God. Oh man. DJ Plays Favorites. Hi, how's it going, fella? What's up? What's up? Ty Lee is saying we need a Scary Movie reboot trilogy, each with inconsequential numbering. 2, 3, and 4, and then 5. That's really funny. I really like that. So it should be Scary Movie VI kind of thing. Yeah, that's funny. I like that. Scary Movie 6, just like Scream 6. Inconsistent number. I got you. I know what you're saying. Inconsistent numbering. Yes. Yeah, it's funny because we have Scream 2022 and then Scream 6 with Roman numerals, right? So it's like, what happened there, you know? Just call it Scream 5, Scream 6. I like it though. I like that we have Pringles in the chat a lot. We're still on the chip conversation. Pringles rock, man. Pringles are awesome. Mark Rose is saying another 2 years of Terrifier 4 speculations to look forward to. Cool. Hell yeah, Mark. You know it. I got another Terrifier video in the works. I really want to see 3 again before I do this video, though, so I don't know if it's coming out anytime soon, but I have a video talking about Gabby, talking about what the fuck's going on with Gabby right now. So I really do want to get into that at some point. That's going to be a fun video. Raptor Crasher Incorporated is saying, what did you think of The Platform 1 and 2? They are on Netflix if you have not seen them. I've only seen the first one. I heard about the sequel. I have not gotten into it yet. You know what's funny? I caught up on 2 big movies I've been meaning to watch today. Which I meant to bring those up and I totally forgot. I watched Azrael with Samara Weaving, which was really good. Really liked that one. And then I watched this movie called Daddy's Head, which sounds... It's got a little bit of something to it. It sounds gross, you know? It sounds like there's a sexual thing there, but there's not, I promise. So I got caught up on those, which were really fun. Really enjoyed those. But The Platform, I thought it was a really good allegory. I thought it was like very... I don't know, it was a really good class allegory. I liked that. But when they announced a sequel, I'm like, what? Like, what could you what else could you say with a sequel? I guess was my question there. So I guess I've been avoiding it for that reason, is because I'm like, I don't think that allegory movies like The Platform or Heretic, for instance, they don't need sequels, in my opinion. You can't do continue. These movies are not about the story, more so what they're trying to say, with its maybe, insane shit that's going on in these movies. Like, The Platform doesn't have there's not a whole lot of logic as to how that world works, but again, it's metaphorical to push a certain message across, like about, in this case, class, or in Heretic, about religion. So to me, I don't see the point in doing a sequel to The Platform, but I guess I do still want to check it out just to see what happens there. I did really like the first one. Netflix seems to be making sequels to some of their past hits recently, and they're not doing very well. Like, I know they did a Bird Box sequel. Did anyone see that? I I did not. I skipped it. so who knows? I don't know. I'll definitely look into it, and I might even give you a review. I don't know. I'm trying to catch up on some of the movies I missed this year, because I always have a big video that comes out. It's my last video of the year, always, ranking every single movie I saw from the previous year. And I'm up to 45 movies from 2024 now. And I want to get to, like, 50, 60, 70. That would be awesome. Just have a gigantic mega video come out on I'm thinking like December 30th, like the day before New Year's kind of thing. Would love to have that happen. Would love to post something about that. So I'll try to add that to the list. I know that came out earlier this year, so we'll see. And I like that you're saying Daddy's head. What the fuck? That's very funny. You're also saying the sequel is better than the original in my mind. Ooh, okay. But the shock factor is lessened because it is the second one. Okay. Well, Raptor, you know what? I'll go into it with an open mind then. That's what I'll say. Those were just my initial thoughts. I love being proven wrong about things. I really do. Because sometimes I like to get a little too pessimistic, and that's no fun. So I'll check out this sequel. I would love to be surprised by something. That would be really cool. So I'm into it. Staying open-minded. Superman is saying now it's time to make Jennifer Love Hewitt a great final girl. She deserves it more than ever. Now it's time. Let her shine using guns to take out the fisherman. She's got a big machine gun just shooting the slasher. That's ridiculous. I love it. Yeah, that's another movie I'm worried about, just because I think it's going to follow the requel format a little too much. I hate to hate on the requel format. I guess I'm just kind of tired of it, ever since Halloween 2018 did it, it just feels like every movie is just carbon copy trying to follow that same format. Seems like that's the only route that horror movies want to take nowadays, especially the big franchise continuations. And I guess that just makes me sad, Yeah, like Ghostbusters, Scream, just all the big hitters. I'm just like, man, give me something else. Give me literally anything else. Let's try something else out. And I'm even seeing it flow into originals, like what's the name of that movie that's just a ripoff of The Final Girls? Totally Killer, and that new one that just came to Netflix that is literally the same movie again, Time Cut or whatever. Like, it's like the same thing. It's like the kids are trying to save the adults, and I'm just like, man, okay, we've done this movie like 1,000 times in just the last 6 years now. Give me something else. Give me something fresh, man. God, I guess I'm just getting sick of it. I hate to sound like I'm complaining, but same thing over and over and over again. I love this too. Scary movie can have a guy getting stabbed 100 times and still live. Giga Chad. That's very funny. Just have Mason Gooding show up and get stabbed like 17 more times and he's fine. Madison Kazmarski. This is my girlfriend and I just read her name wrong. What's up? I leave for 5 minutes to go to the bathroom and I come back to you blocking yourself in the chat. Yes. Yeah, we have sometimes we have jerks in the chat that say a bunch of crazy nonsense. And they like to pretend they're me too, which is weird. So I don't know what's up with all that, but whatever. The Chosen One is saying, have you seen Cobra Kai season 6? I have not had any time to start the show. If there's any show that I could just sit down and have time for and watch, though, it would be this one. I would love to sit down and watch this. I really do love the Karate Kid movies. That was a movie franchise I grew up on. So I would love to go through this. I have not had a single moment to sit down and watch a TV show though recently. The last TV show that I got through all the way was Better Call Saul, and that was like at the top of this year, and that was amazing. Like I just don't have time for TV, which sucks anymore. I am always working these days, which makes me so sad. But but maybe one day I'll have some more time and be able to watch 6 seasons of a television show. That would be so much fun. Right now, all I got time for is things like the Creep Tapes, which is so quick. That's like 6 episodes. They're not even 30 minutes an episode kind of thing. But yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be able to sit down and watch more of these shows. I hear that From is really good too, and I just don't have the time to review it. I simply don't have the multiple hours it takes to watch that. Totally Killer was 100 times better than Time Cut. I heard Time Cut was rough. I don't even know if I want to watch it based on. This is another one where I'm like, I've heard just so many bad things about it. I don't even know if I want to watch it. But I think I'll still sit down to watch this one, just for a review in my big video. Totally Killer is better than The Final Girls. Oh man, I don't know. Totally Killer is the knockoff, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe it's better, but it is without a doubt the knockoff. And then Time Cut is a knockoff of a knockoff. And that to me is that's just lazy, man. Come up with your own idea. Come on now. Crazy. And what else is going on? Paula still wants that shocking, gasp-worthy twist from Scream 7 that no one sees coming. I really enjoyed the Thanksgiving twist, if I'm being real. One of my favorite twists in a murder mystery movie in the last just couple of years, I still think is Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I know that movie kind of came and kind of went in terms of popularity, but man, I'll tell you what, leaving the theater from Bodies, 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 I'm like, that is everything I wanted from Scream 5. Like, that was insane. That was so awesome. So I enjoyed Thanksgiving. I enjoyed Screams 5 and 6, but the most like jaw-dropping what the fuck twist in all of these movies I've talked about so far for me was Bodies, Bodies, Bodies by like a country mile. I couldn't believe that. Necromechanimal is saying, From is my favorite show, especially watching week to week and discussing it with the community. Dude, I've heard crazy good things about it. I have a lot of friends that love this show, and I love a lot of the cast too. It's Michael from Lost, which is so cool. Like, Lost is one of my favorite shows ever. I love Lost. So I would love to sit down and watch this one, but again, it's just like, it's so much, and I just don't have time. I'm at the point now where I have to work weekends. I haven't had a full day off in multiple weeks, so I don't know, man. I would love to watch From. It's like on season 3, right? There's 3 seasons of that. Yeah, that's so much of that. I would love to sit down and watch this. I've heard very, very, very good things about it, but yeah, just don't have the time. Would love to get into that at some point. I had time to watch 2 movies today, so maybe I'll have time to watch a show. That's my problem. I watch like 2 episodes of a show, I get really invested in it, and then I just get crazy busy, and then I forget about it because I just don't have time. But would love to dissect more TV shows at a certain point. Jordan Caleb is saying, Jake, Sarah Paulson, and Evan Peters are in talks for American Horror Story Season 13. Have you been caught up with the show? Hotel is underrated. Lady Gaga as the Countess killed it. That's so funny. We were talking about AHS earlier on, and I like Season 5. I think Lady Gaga carries that season without a doubt. I just wasn't as crazy about the story in that one. I love the aesthetic of Season 5 too. I think it's got some really scary monsters and moments and set pieces. Really good stuff in there. To me, American Horror Story, I do feel like it kind of fell off a little bit. I love the first 3 seasons. Like, I think the first 3 seasons are chef's kiss. There's some really good stuff in seasons 4 and 5 too, and then like past that, it's kind of hit or miss. Season 9, I think it is, where 1984 is really good. Really liked that one too. The slasher story, that was a ton of fun. And I'm trying to think what else I really liked. Parts of season 10 I liked, like the double feature, the first story that they told with the vampires, I thought was really cool. And then I have not caught I have not seen a season after that. I've seen like seasons 1 through 10, and then I did not see seasons 11 or 12. Which I think season 11 is like New York City. I don't know anything about that story, and I know season 12 is basically just like Rosemary's Baby. I think Kim Kardashian is in it too. I'm American Horror Story. I'm very behind on, but I would love to catch up on that show too. I've had a lot of good times with that one for sure. I think that's a really fun series. I really like American Horror Stories too. I think the sideshow has some really fun moments to it. I love anthology horror. Like, I love short films with just little horror stories. I really enjoy those. So I think that's why I'm so drawn to American Horror Stories so much. But that's another one I would love to sit down and binge too, because those are so much fun. So would love to see what this is all about in season 13. Definitely some good stuff there. Would love to get back into that show. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite modern slashers. It rocks. It's got some great kills, man. And a very fun twist. A twist that I don't feel it's not obvious. I think I had it figured out at a certain point, but it's a very good twist. It's a better twist than the most recent Scream movies, in my opinion. Where is From heading? 3 seasons, and it's like they throw whatever idea they have at this point. Oh, Josh Idol's got a negative opinion on From. Oh, shit. Yeah, again, I have not had time to see it, but maybe I'll give you a better opinion at some point in the future. I'm loving the creep tapes, though. I guess that's the TV show I'm really invested in right now. So that's been a ton of fun so far. Can't wait to see where that's going. Ty Lee is saying Thanksgiving started with the cop coming home POV style like Halloween. That was a hint, but made us feel safe. Yeah, I mean it's the shot from Halloween essentially with the killer from the movie, which I think is a really good hint right from the opening shot. The thing about Thanksgiving that I think that gave it away for me was there's a conversation later, like we're constantly having the final girl talk to the cop the whole movie, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, you know, something's going on there with this character. Patrick Dempsey's also a big name, you know, so to me that's where I started to think about that. I figured the boyfriends were like red herrings. That was a big thing for me. Kind of what gave it away in my opinion. Perry Moberg is saying, I can't believe I haven't seen In a Violent Nature. Is it good? You know, this has been one of the most divisive movies of the year, I think. I tend to, whenever a weird movie comes out like this that's very experimental, I tend to like it. Sometimes, you know, not as much. Sometimes there's some really weird ones that lose me. But this was one that worked for me because I really appreciate the slasher format. You know, I really appreciate how these have been done over the years, like since the 80s. You know, we've kind of had, we have a certain frame of mind for how slasher movies roll, like what needs to be shown, what doesn't. And the challenge that this movie presents is, what if we show the opposite of, like, the other side to things that would usually be shown on screen, which is really hard to explain. But basically it's like, if you were to, typically in a Friday the 13th movie, you see all the camp counselors getting together at first. We're focused on them the majority of the movie, and Jason comes in every now and then to just slice some people up, cut them into pieces. In a Violent Nature decides to flip that, show you Jason basically for the majority of the movie, and only get little bits and pieces with the camp counselors. So it's one of those movies where if you really like the character of Jason, you really like Jason Voorhees, you want to see more of what his process is to kill people, give this one a watch. If you're that much of a horror nerd that you can really get into that, the other side of what a slasher has to go through, which, yes, there is a lot of the movie where it's just the guy walking. To me, it builds tension. To me, it's scary, and it kind of, you know, keeps you on the edge of your seat. Where's he gonna go next? You know, who's he gonna cut up in the next scene? And there's also some of the best kills from 2024 horror, like, without a doubt. So I personally loved it. It is one of my favorite horror flicks of the year. I thought it was really, really intelligent with the way that it does everything it does. I was not expecting it to do all the things that it did. So I enjoyed it personally, but a lot of people found it to be too slow, too boring, whatever. But there's never a moment of that film where the story is not being progressed, even if the character's just walking around and doing his thing, you know? You're always like hearing conversations from a distance where something is being pushed forward, whatever. So to me, I loved In a Violent Nature. I can't wait for the sequel. And I don't know, personally, I really enjoyed it. I think Johnny's going to be a new icon here soon. So definitely give it a watch. It's over on Shudder. One of my favorites of the year. Jordan Caleb is saying, I can't wait for NOSFERATU. Me too. We've yet to talk about this one, which is crazy. Lily Rose Depp is an underrated actress. Her show with The Weeknd on HBO Max, The Idol, is horrible. I can't wait to see what she brings to this movie. This is another one I heard not so good things about. But yeah, with NOSFERATU, it has to be good. I'm at the point where, like, if it's not good, I don't know what the fuck happened. It has the best cast. I'm just gonna say it, the best cast of any horror movie this year. Like, there's been some good casts, okay? There's been some really well-performed movies this year, but we're talking about Bill Skarsgård playing Count Orlok, Willem Dafoe, Emma Corrin, Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, Rafe Ineson, hang on, I'm not done, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Simon McBurney, and that's the rest. That's all the names I recognize. But still, holy shit. Like, what? That's insane. If this movie's bad... And I almost forgot, it's written and directed by Robert Eggers, one of the best voices in horror right now. It's going to be good. Like, it's going to be mind-blowingly good. Definitely going to make the top 10 list. I can tell you that right now without having even seen it. So if NOSFERATU's bad, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I've given up. if this movie sucks, I give up on life. No, but NOSFERATU, it's going to rock. It's going to be dreadful. Super a slow burn, terrifying film. It might even be one of Robert Eggers' best, and that's stiff competition because he's made 3 bangers so far. So we'll see what's up with this one. I'm very excited to get into it very soon here. Any news on Thanksgiving 2? I know that they had they're beginning to shoot soon. That was like the big news. Wonder if there's anything else. Yeah, no, they're just getting ready to shoot. That's really it. But I know that some of the cast members from the previous film are returning, so that's exciting. Would love to see Patrick Dempsey come back too. I know that's been a big theory about what's going to happen with the next one. I'm excited to find out more on that, but we'll see. I ought to do a big. I want to do a big video on Heart Eyes this week too. My new format for this channel has been do something like kind of familiar and then do something like kind of experimental and new. So I was thinking about doing a Scream video. Actually, I was also thinking about doing a Street Trash review this week too, and then doing a Heart Eyes video if I could get to that at some point. But I would love to talk about. There's so many exciting things to talk about, even in the off season right now, which is crazy. So lots of fun stuff coming up in the next after the next 2 months. Starting in January of next year, horror is getting picked up big, like big time. Lots of new movies coming out, which I'm excited for. What else is going on? Erica's with us. What's up, Erica? How's it going? Hey, so sorry I'm late. You're all good? I'm glad you're here, Erica. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a mod. Thanks for being a member. Means a lot. You watched The Substance over the weekend, and wow, loved it so much. It rocks, Erica. Oh my God, The Substance might be my favorite movie of the year. That was so good. Erica, I need to watch that new movie, Devin, that you were telling me about. The JWoww's horror movie, which is crazy. I like, what are the odds of that? JWoww making a horror movie? That's nuts. But Devin, I want to watch this movie. Devin 2024 movie. I have no idea where to watch it, but I do want to check this one out at some point. I'm just curious, you know. I'm always curious when someone like a reality show, you know, person decides to make a movie. I'm always curious to see what that's all about. See if it's any good or not. But we'll see. We'll check it out. Definitely have to give it a watch. It's pretty legit, kind of like a Blair Witch. Okay. I definitely want to get into it. Might do a little review. You never know. Never know what's going to happen on this page. Are we still getting that Blumhouse remake of the Blair Witch Project and another My Bloody Valentine? As of right now, yeah, that was announced a little earlier in the year. But yeah, they are working on that. I don't think Blair Witch needs a remake. My Bloody Valentine, I could definitely see another one of those being made. I'm into that. But Blair Witch Project, we don't need another one of those. The 2009 remake of that movie was good, especially the shovel kill in the mine. That was fun. My Bloody Valentine is underrated as fuck. The original is crazy underrated. You know, the remake uses like some VFX that I don't think looks that great in my opinion, but the original has some practicals that are gorgeous, let me tell you. It's that giallo red blood too, if you like that look. Like I personally really do, so it's really cool to see that in the original flick. It's a very fun slasher movie though. If you're like, oh, I want more 80s slashers and you've never seen My Bloody Valentine, definitely give that one a watch. Looks like a ton of fun. Cody Vanna is saying Heart Eyes looks like the fun kind of, it looks fun, kind of reminds me of Thanksgiving. Yeah, and it's got some brutal kills as we've already seen in the trailer, which is why it's already caught my attention. That has me really excited. I'll tell you what. I really, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Scream needs to take notes from Thanksgiving and Heart Eyes already. You gotta have some brutal kills in there, man. At this point, you gotta have some brutal kills. So I'm really happy to see that in this film, especially already from the teasers. And while I feel like they've already spoiled one of their biggest kills in the film, I'm still excited to see what it's all about. The killer's look is really cool too. I really like the glow up, the glowing eyes. I don't know. I think this one's gonna be good. It's coming from Christopher Landon and Michael Kennedy as well, who I really like their films. Even though I do often have problems with their films a lot, but I always have a good time. Like even It's a Wonderful Knife, I had an excellent time with that film, even though the story was like outrageously just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous to the point where it's like doesn't even make any sense anymore. But I'm still having fun with it throughout. So I vibed with it a little bit. Jackie, what kind of sound system do you use? Man, I don't think are you talking to me? So I've been called Lake and Jackie tonight. No, I'm just kidding. What sound? I don't even know what sound system I use. I'm gonna be honest. My sister set up. My sister is my tech guru. She set up a lot of this for me. I I couldn't tell you. I am not a tech person at all. Like I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know this shit at all. You're actually talking to a Jackie, who has Dolby Atmos. Very nice. So never mind. I'll shut the fuck up. But you can't wait to buy The Substance on Blu-ray. Me too. I'm very excited to add that one to the shelf. I need to own that movie. I just pre-ordered Terrifier 3. Is there a physical release of The Substance? I feel like I haven't heard anything about that. The Substance Blu-ray. We're just gonna look that up. Just curious. Show me a picture, Target.com. Come on now. Suspected release date is January of 2025. That sounds about right. Huh. Maybe we are getting something soon. I'm excited to find out. Do you have the speakers in the ceiling? You're still not talking to me. I don't care. It's found footage of an asylum. Wasn't bad for her first movie. If she keeps at it, she will do awesome. David Howard Thornton and Damien all liked it on her socials. Oh, that's cool. That's dope. Okay, maybe I'll cover that this week. I want to cover that in the Street Trash remake, which I'm actually about to watch the original of. I don't think Josh is still hanging out with us, but he was grilling me the other day for never having seen that movie, which I really need to. Oh my God, Necromechanimal, if you're still hanging out with us, he just gave me a big shout out for Killjoy Jake Retro. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that, buddy. Means a bunch. You guys are really gonna like this new video we're cooking up. I hope to have it out at the top of next week. That's kind of when it seems like it's gonna get done. I want to do a bigger. We did a skit for the last video. If you guys saw the creep video from last week over on Killjoy Jake Retro, we did a skit for it. And I kind of want to keep that like a consistent thing. Like I kind of want to do skits for all these videos. I just want to make them like big events, you know? On this page, I love doing the little videos, you know, little tiny updates or theories, this and that. But over on that page, I want to make each video a little more special. So I'm cooking up a little skit for the next video, and I'm hoping you guys dig it. But we'll see. Hopefully it's good. I hope it's even better than the last one, which honestly was kind of an afterthought, but it ended up being like a happy accident. Because a lot of people seem to really like the Doug the Pug bit. So I'm thinking we're going to keep that kind of consistent. We're going to do a little found footage short to open all of these video essays, which is going to be fun. What else is going on here? Have you seen A Creature is Stirring, a Christmas movie last year with Scout Taylor Compton? I did not see that one. A Creature is Stirring. You know what? Maybe I did. Creature was stirring. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I did not see this, but I remember seeing the trailer and being like, okay, I got to give that a watch. Yeah, I'm remembering this poster art. Oh yeah, and Annalise Basso is in it. I'm a big fan of this like random actress who's in like a bunch of these weird horror projects. Annalise I don't think I'm even saying her last name right. Maybe I am. I don't know. But she's awesome. She rocks and everything. She's in that movie too. I got to give this one a watch. I definitely got to sit down and watch this one. Yeah, of course, Scott Taylor Compton is fantastic and everything too. So. She's a really good Laurie Strode, in my opinion, even if the script she was working with made her really mean. But I like her a bunch. She's awesome. Unpaid Movie Critic is saying next year is going to be very good if The Wolfman and Hard Eyes and Companion, and wow, lots of movies. Wolfman, Hard Eyes, Companion, Thanksgiving 2. Oh yeah, 2025. It's going to be a better year for horror than this year was. I'm just going to say it right now, based on a few of the projects that we've seen. You know, in my opinion, 2024 had a lot of movies with a lot of hype, and I'm going to say half of them disappointed for me at least. You know, I enjoyed Maxine and Long Legs, but I have my issues with them. They weren't like the 10 out of 10 bangers I thought they were going to be. But I think that next year has a lot more hits that are going to be really good. I'm expecting a lot from all of these movies that you're talking about here. I expect all of these to be on the top 10 list for 2025, but we'll see. You know, we'll see what's up. I think the other thing with 2024 is that it had a lot of surprises. It had a lot of movies that I didn't think I was going to like that ended up being like, whoa, okay, that was actually really good. The Blumhouse Speak No Evil. I thought I was gonna hate that. I was going into that movie ready to rip in a new asshole, and what do you know? It's one of my favorites of the year. I'm like, wow, that was actually really good. That was a really good way to take that story. Okay, I'll take it. I still like the original more, but the Blumhouse movie, I gotta admit, it's the first Blumhouse movie I've really liked in a very long time. And The Substance came out of absolutely nowhere for me personally. I saw a trailer for it before Longlegs, interestingly enough, and I'm like, what is this? That's the coolest. Honest to God, the marketing for The Substance was one of the coolest trailers I'd seen in a very long time. And I just knew I had to see that one. And oh my God, getting to check that one out, holy shit, I'm dying to watch it again. I've seen it twice now, and I can't wait to own it. I think The Substance is so interesting. So I'm very excited to see what 2025 holds. I think we got a lot of good stuff on the horizon for sure. Wolfman from Lee Winnell, I mean, oh my God, that's going to be so good. Loved his last movie, so I'm sure this new one's going to be great. Raptor Crasher is saying, I hope to one day make my own slasher film. I have one story I've written, but I am not sure what to use and what to cut. So, I shouldn't be so prematurely announcing this, but I am working on a found footage slasher movie. I have a slasher short film that's like done, and it's going to release sometime next year. That I'm really excited for it, and I'm really really proud of what we were able to do with it. But we're working on a found footage movie right now that I'm hoping to shoot next year, maybe. But we have a crazy idea. We have a really fun idea because my thing with found footage is I hate when you don't give a good reason for why are we filming, and this whole movie, this whole slasher film we want to do, it's completely revolves around that question of why are we filming, and I think it's gonna be really interesting when we actually get to make that one. Hopefully next year. Is someone's talking about UFOs? I see a lot of UFO comments. Watching a lot of UFO documentaries. UFOs are interesting. It's not UFOs. They're called UAPs. What does that even stand for? I like UFO, unidentified flying object, unidentified airplane. Personal. I don't know. That was the only P word that came to mind. I don't like UAP. That's no fun. I like UFO better. Infinite Sky. I don't know if I've said hi to you or not though. But hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And you're also talking about some found footage flicks. Chronicle rocks, dude. Chronicle is a found footage flick that I don't even know if it's horror or not, but it's really good. If you've never seen this one, I absolutely love this movie. So really fun. It's a superhero flick more than anything, I think, but very good stuff. You're doing well. That's good to hear. Very good to hear. And UAP stands for unidentified aerial phenomena. Okay. I still like UFO better. UFO comes off the tongue better, I think. And you guys know how much I like things on the tongue. Anyways, Jason Carpenter, thanks for being a member, my friend, saying, just made it in here, Jake. Heretic delivered a home run. I'm glad you liked it. I enjoyed it too. I thought it was fun. I don't know. I don't think it was fun. I think it was just really well written. But interesting movie for sure. Definitely another hit from A24. Jason, I know I saw your message. I never got to reply to it, but I know you said you weren't crazy about A24 flicks. But man, I really like a lot of their movies. And I saw The TV Glow was another one from this year that I particularly enjoyed. But this that movie Heretic, both very good in my opinion from this year. So they got some more hits, which rocks. Ella is saying, was good. Just vibing out, making it happen. Making a stream happen. Hope you're doing good. Our local dispensary worker, which I'm almost jealous. I think that's like besides being a YouTuber, I think that's one of the coolest jobs you can have. So very, very cool stuff there. I love it. Jason Carpenter's talking about some more 2025 flicks, including The Monkey. Jake, did you see that Y2K movie? It looks legit. It comes out in a couple of weeks, so I will be seeing it very soon here. I'm excited for Y2K. I'm going to do a big review on it. It looks like fun. I've always been a fan of Kyle Mooney. I think I thought he was a really funny SNL cast member. So I hope it's good. I hope it delivers. It very much so looks like a younger, a more modern, I should say, version of This Is the End. So I don't know. I hope it's more than that, I guess. I hope it's kind of its own flavor, its own thing. But we'll see. We'll see what's up. The Fourth Kind is incredibly scary for a PG-13 movie. It is. That's a scary one. I like that one. Nope is excellent. I really love Nope. That's a banger. ABH Ninjas, what's up, fella? How's it going? Thanks for being a member. Appreciate you a bunch. Love the Funko Pop profile picture, too. What's up, dog? How are the ABH ninjas doing? Are they training to become better at their... I don't even know where I'm going with that. I got Cobra Kai on the brain. There we go. See, I got all that going on up here. Oh, and look at this. Leonardo DiCaprio's hanging out with us tonight. Love that name as always. Always going to be the #1 screen name around here. Throwing $2 out there saying, all I care about is Scream 7 and Stu's return. Well, you might just be happy with with Scream 7. You might just really dig this one. I think that I think that a Stu return it's almost inevitable at this point. Why is Matthew Lillard talking about this movie more than the people that are confirmed to be involved, dog? Like, what is going on here? I don't know, dog. I think you might, Leonardo, you might be very happy here in 2026. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like it's coming, and the Scream franchise will be changed forever. It's gonna be about bringing back old characters for the rest of time, and that's all it's ever gonna be about. It's no more about meta horror commentary or murder mysteries. It's just about bringing back beloved characters, like how the Ghostbusters franchise is now. So who knows? Leonardo, thank you for the 2, though. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening in 2026. Flesh Suit Man, what's up, dog? How's it going? How is your flesh suit today? How's it hanging, man? Madison Kazmarski is saying, I just watched My Old Ass and it just made me fucking cry. It's a good fucking movie. Madison makes me watch these unbelievably sad movies, and like I'm so bummed out now. Like my Saturday night is ruined. I just want to fall asleep and be sad now, which I think is very funny. She loves sad movies. I love like the most terrifying bullshit that you can find. Like that to me is like always a good time. I love the adrenaline rush. You know, I love like oh man, I got adrenaline. I got all this energy now. I always have a lot of energy after watching a good horror movie, but with sad movies, I'm just like, now I want to go to sleep. I want to forget my troubles. Which is very funny, but Madison loves sad movies. I don't know. They just make me sad and they bum me out. They make me cry. But I have not even heard of this one. But yeah, and she really wants me to watch My Sister's Keeper, and I've read about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna be bummed out. My day is gonna be ruined after I see this movie. Sad movies just like, I don't know, they just make me sad. As they intend to, you know? So, I don't know. I don't usually watch them for that reason, I guess. Did you watch the Creep Tapes? Yes, I've watched the first 2 episodes, did a little review. The review is up on the page. I feel like my channel just doesn't throw out videos to my subscribers sometimes, which makes me so mad. But yeah, I just posted like 3 days ago a video called I Yearn for More Creep Tapes, which I thought was a funny title. And I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I think the first episode is definitely stronger than the second one, but I really liked both. I also, the other thing I said about the sequel is it's a very ambitious swing. It's a much different setup than typical with the Creep movies, which I liked. The first one's a little more familiar, but still fresh, still something new. So I really enjoy where it's going so far. And then I even pitched a little theory in that video about where I think this first season is going. It doesn't appear to have any like through line with the stories. You know, they feel like 2 totally different things going on. But I think we're going somewhere plot wise. With who the creep is in the final episode. So go check out that video to hear my full take. Speaking about sad movies, Born on the 4th of July is depressing as fuck. I have not seen that one, but it sounds, I can already tell it sounds sad. Madison made me watch a movie called My Policeman and My Sister's Keeper, and both of these movies made me weep. I was so sad. Both, like, they're good movies, but they're just like, they just bum me out. I'm just like, that fucking sucks. That's such a bummer. Madison, you should really watch. I remember I watched this movie a while ago called The Florida Project, which was kind of a bummer. I think you would really like that one. That's another A24 movie too. But I think you would like that. I'm very much so, you know, as much as I like dark endings and horror flicks, whenever it's like a drama movie, I'm like, I almost never like a tragedy with just the drama. I don't know what it is. I just typically they just bum me out. Jake, have you should watch the new the movie Kung Pao. It's the weirdest movie I've ever watched, and I would like to get your opinion on it. Kung Pao, okay. Like the chicken? Kung Pao film. Is it... Oh, wait, wait a minute. Have I seen this? No, I have not seen this. Wait, maybe I have seen this movie. This looks really familiar. Like, I feel like I've seen clips of this movie from something. It's about a writer-director who acquires the little-known 1976 Hong Kong karate flick Savage Killers that seamlessly blends portions of the film with new material he has directed to create a wild, off-the-wall comedy feature film. That's insane. What the fuck? Okay. They're redubbing the characters as well as shooting new scenes. That's really interesting. Okay. I'm into it. That's very different, very out there. I'll have to check it out. The movie, The Sound of Freedom, was really sad. It made me cry. I heard sad things about that one. Loved the Florida Project. The ending was a real tearjerker. Yeah, no, it very much so is. I enjoyed it, though. It's a good one. Is it wrong to enjoy Terrifier 3 because I'm a Christian and I know they had some religious mockery in it, but I also... they are demons, so it makes sense. Art and Vicky would mock Christianity. Am I wrong? No, I mean, no, you're not wrong at all. Damien Leone has actually talked a little bit about how it is a very Christian flick. he's talked about that before, and I think it's so easy to look at it and say, oh, this is anti-Christian, this is this and that, but no, he's gone on record to say, like, no, this is a very, like, pro-Christian movie. Like, the enemies are demons, and that's why they're mocking religion, dude. You have to have that in a story like that. So I think that's cool. That's a new angle. That's something that's kind of unexpected with Terrifier. It's something that I don't see brought up a lot in a ton of reviews of that angle to it, which I think is so important to telling that story in the way that Damien wants to. So it's interesting. It's an interesting to take a killer clown story. It's not where I was expecting, but it's cool to see so much of that imagery in all of the Art the Clown stuff. I remember when I first saw Terrifier 2, I was like, oh, this is really cool. I love the angel costume is sick and all that, but like, is there any meaning behind it? I don't know. And then you really look at Art the Clown's like history and like all the other short films that the guy's been in, and there's always been some kind of like devil or demonic something, this and that, whatever. That's always been a part of who Art the Clown is, and I think that's so interesting that that's always been something consistent. It almost sounds like that would be something that they would just throw in later on, like force an agenda, force a certain narrative. But no, that has always been a part of Art the Clown and his history, which I think is interesting. So, would you like stop motion animations in Terrifier 4 for the hell stuff? I think it would be cool. I know that Damien has always wanted to work with stop motion, has always wanted that in his flicks. In All Hallows Eve, for instance, the Alien segment, that was supposed to be stop motion, and they never ended up doing it because of budget restraints. But I think that would be fun. I think that would be cool to see something like that. I think stop motion is gorgeous personally, and it's kind of made a comeback recently. There's been a lot more movies that I've seen even this year that have used stop motion, like the film Stop Motion. So no, I think that would be dope. Some people think it's cheesy or whatever, but I think it looks gorgeous. It's a underrated art form that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. So would stop motion be cheaper than CGI? It would take more time. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely something that's a little more, not as many people are skilled there as there are CGI people, you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? So I don't know if that would be cheaper or it would take more time, whatever, but it wouldn't be like the whole film. It's not like Mad God where that movie took like years and years and years to make, like 20, 30 years. No, this is a different story. You know what I mean? This is like probably going to be like for one sequence. Have I ever been to Florida? Yes, I've been to Florida a couple of times. Been to a bunch of different cities there. I feel like every time I go to Florida, it just gets scarier and scarier. So I remember as a kid loving going to Florida. Like, it's like, oh my God, it's so much fun. I love the beach and all this. And now I went as an adult a couple of times, and it's like, this is terrifying. This is a scary state to be in. Dear God. And I thought Ohio was scary, and then you go to Florida and you're like, oh, whoa, oh my God. Holy crap. people are driving 120 on the highway and the cops do not care. That is that's my experience with Florida, at least. The thing is that I just don't want to cry alone. That's why I make Jake watch sad movies with me. Well, now you're guilting me into watching more sad movies. Damn, I see how it is. That makes me sad. I feel like we're watching a sad movie together right now because I'm starting to well up. The tears are starting to go up in my face here. God damn. Okay, we can watch a sad movie this weekend, but only one, and only because it's your birthday. No, I'm kidding. They should do a remake of Clown House, but make the clowns far more menacing. They could even just do one clown. Clowns are in. Clowns are in, Scott. I mean, I could see it happening. I'm shocked we don't have more Terrifier ripoff movies. I mean, we have like The Jester and that Diced movie, which I still want to do videos on. Still would love to do something on those. But yeah, I mean, man, we're expect more killer clown movies coming in the next 3-4 years or so, right? I think stop motion would give the franchise even more of an 80s style. I totally agree. It would be really cool to see some of the demons in stop motion. That would be fun. In Terrifier 4. I definitely am going to buy Terrifier 3 when it comes to DVD and stuff. I just bought the Terrifier 2 Steelbook. Can't wait to add 3 to my DVD collection. Hell yeah, dog. Yeah, I just pre-ordered the Steelbook. I wish it was a little more Christmassy, but it is cool because like the outside of it features a lot of those like character posters of Art the Clown, but then the inside it has like an Arthur Claus picture, which is great. So I do enjoy that. I think that's dope. Oh my god. I don't know what just happened there. Scarlet, what's up, Scarlet? How you doing, dog? Welcome in. Do you think Jonathan is still alive because didn't show his kill and he could have ran away? Art and Vicky could have told Sienna to get in to get in her head since they already told her the head was Gabby. I mean, you are right. They lied about the head once. So why wouldn't they lie about it multiple times? They literally lied to the aunt whose the name is totally slipping me right now. But yeah, you know, why wouldn't they just lie about that twice? I hear you on that. I do hear you on that. My thing, and the only reason why I'm pretty dead set on Jonathan being dead is a few things. I really think that they wouldn't have introduced Gabby if they didn't plan on killing Jonathan in this flick. That's my big thing. Like that's even the two characters we're talking about right now. That's even the two characters in question is Gabby and Jonathan, both being the ones that could have died in this scenario. And to me, I think that's why Jonathan is dead, is because they basically replaced him with Gabby. You know what I mean? They have this character being the one to be protected. I don't know what Jonathan's purpose would be moving forward. You know what I mean? Because Gabby is clearly the one, think about what they did with Gabby in this last flick. They have her reading the diary. She is caught up on everything there is to know about Art the Clown from Sienna's perspective, and some things that we teased we don't even know about yet from the audience point of view. Sienna knows some things we don't, based on conversations with her dad. So Gabby knows these things, and she is now in hell with the sword, likely going to be a big element in defeating whatever the entity is. So I just don't think Jonathan's alive. I think it is weird that his kill was off screen, but again, I think it is, bringing this full circle because they wanted you to think that Gabby was dead in that sequence. And then it's like, surprise, it's actually Jonathan. And also, when Uncle Greg goes to pick up Jonathan, you can actually hear that the voice is all distorted over the phone. So clearly Vicky and Art the Clown got to him before Uncle Greg could get there and pick him up. So whatever is going on with Jonathan, it's not good. I mean, I can tell you that much. Even if he does end up being alive, Vicky and Art the Clown got to him first. So who knows? But I'm really leaning towards he's not alive. I don't see the point in bringing him back. I think he's great. I love Elliot Fulham. I think he was excellent in Terrifiers 2 and 3. But again, for me, it just feels like they've kind of replaced the character with Gabby. It almost feels like in Saw when you have another apprentice, show up. You know what I mean? This is just we're filling that spot with a different character at this point. So, I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening, but I would love to see him come back in some capacity, maybe serve some kind of new role. You know, maybe he is dead and like his soul is still, you know, guiding Sienna through the afterlife or something. But I don't think he's alive. But again, that doesn't mean that he's gone. You know what I mean? That's the big thing. Because a lot of people think they hear that. They hear Jonathan dead. That means he's not coming back in the movies. I think he's dead, but he's just serving a different purpose. What was the one character progression we had with Jonathan in this flick? It's that he's done a lot of research in demons and how they could transfer into our world. I think he's just transferred into the afterlife and now is going to help Sienna that way. So, and we have setup for that too. I mean, Brooke came back as a ghost in this last movie. It would not be completely out of left field if we had Jonathan just showing up in ghost in a spectral form, you know, to guide Sienna through the underworld or something like that in Terrifier 4. I'm almost certain that's the route we're going. So expect Elliot to come back for Terrifier 4, but I don't think his character is alive anymore. Leonardo DiCaprio is saying, I'm Catholic and I might be biased, but I like movies with demons in them, like Evil Dead, the Evil Dead remake, and The Exorcist 3. I mean, I don't, you know, from my experience, I don't think there's anything wrong with watching those movies as a Christian. I don't know. I think there's some people that like take it to like far extremes. I don't know. You know, I'm talking out of my ass here, but I think you're allowed to like horror movies. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I currently just finished watching a sad movie right now, and guess what, Jacob? I'm crying alone. God damn it. I'm getting guilt tripped into watching sad movies right now. Brutal. We watched this movie. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was like it was J.K. Simmons, and he's literally just like the worst human being ever, and they try to make him sympathetic, and it's so sad, and it's just so, it's like, oh my God, this is the saddest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. It was cool to see another, Micah Monroe is in it. It was cool to see another movie with her in it, though. So she's always great. So many sad movies. Has anyone here seen the Hulu horror movie Mr. Crockett? Dude, I loved Mr. Crockett, and I don't know why more people are not talking about it. This is a film that I need to do a big video review on. I was blown away personally. I went into that movie with a lot of people like saying like, oh, Jake, you're going to really like this one. You know, go check it out. I'm like, okay, you know, I'll see what it's all about. It's basically like a Mr. Rogers, but he's a serial killer kind of thing. Okay, you know, I'll check it out. It's a supernatural like Freddy Krueger style movie, but it is so grounded and it is taking itself so seriously, and that's why it works for me. I loved it. It's a movie that's kind of having its cake and eating it too, but it works. Like it very much so works. I loved Mr. Crockett to death. I think that this could be a new Freddy Krueger like serial killer franchise, and I wish more people were responding to this one. So I am going to do a big video on it soon because I loved this film. This is in my top 10 for the whole year. Mr. Crockett over on Hulu rocked. So much fun. Great kills, great characters. An excellent third act too. Really excellent and scary third act that I liked. So, do I have any tattoos? Yeah, I got a ghost face tattoo. Here, I'll show you. I got this right here. After Red Right Hand came out, I was the only one that got a tattoo, but it was a very special time of their of my life at least. So I wanted to get a tattoo to commemorate it. I have another one that I'm really excited to get based off of the new slasher that I got coming up. So I want to get this whole like right arm like as horror characters. I told Madison this once, but basically what I want to do with tattoos is I want to get my whole right arm done, like from my like wrist to like about here, and then my entire left leg. Like that's it. That's the only places that I want to get tattoos. I just think that would look really cool. So hoping to have like a full leg and a full arm sleeve at some point in my life. But tattoos are expensive, man. Let me tell you. And Scott is saying if we didn't see a body, I say he's still alive. We saw a head. We saw a skull, and we saw and also Art and Vicky have his glasses. So, I mean, something happened with Jonathan. You know what I mean? Something happened. But I don't know. The Fault in Our Stars is a good sad movie. Madison and I have watched that one, I believe. So that one is also sad. Mr. Boone is saying, who else up straight up Jake and their Killjoy? Damn. So that's what you do to my streams. Brutal. Brutal, Doug. What's up, Mr. Boone? How you doing, man? Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. Thanks for jaking your Killjoy tonight. Oh, great. Glad I'm not the only one who loved Mr. Crockett. Dude, I love that movie to death. Like, I'm dead serious when I say this is the new Freddy Krueger. Give us more Mr. Crockett movies. Dear God. I should try to get that guy that made this movie on the page, actually. What's his name? Brandon Epsey? Dude, I didn't do, like, any... I didn't do any interviews with the Terrifier cast and crew this past October. I was so busy. I had something like every single day. And I just did not have any time to get them on the page. But I'm going to reach out to this Brandon fella here. I'm going to reach out to him who made that movie because it's so good. I loved Mr. Crockett. I would love to have him on the page and talk a little bit about this movie. There's so much to dissect with it. I mean, I could talk endlessly about this one. He's such an interesting character. Oh, man, I don't know. Might have to get the guy on the page at some point. You want to get dragon wing tattoos on your back? That's awesome. That's a sick back tattoo, man. Rock on. Rock on, rock on. I don't know if this is a hot take, but Vicky, in my opinion, is the scariest horror character I've ever seen. I fell asleep in school today and had a nightmare from Terrifier 3, mainly of Vicky. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think Vicky is terrifying. I think that's easily the best performance we've seen from the character was in Terrifier 3, which might have been the most surprising thing about that last film. I expected like Vicky to be like kind of, I don't want to say shoehorned in, you know, but I was even saying this before we got Terrifier 3 coming out. To me, like, Vicky being in the movie just feels like they want some kind of through line to the original flick, but I was dead wrong, dude. Oh my God, Samantha Scafidi was so fucking good in that last movie. And, you know, you think about it, right? The first two movies, she didn't really have too much time to shine in those flicks. Like, she comes in at the tail end of the first Terrifier, kind of after a lot of audience members have checked out because your first final girl just got shot in the face. And now she's got to replace the girl you've been following the whole movie. I could see not wanting to root for that character. Then in the second film, you know, she's just right at the end of the flick, so it's not like that's not exactly the thing you're talking about after you see Terrifier 2, right? It's the bedroom scene for most people, or some of the other crazy kills, or some of the crazy things that happen in that sequel. And then in Terrifier 3, Vicky gets to shine big time. And for me, you know, she was a huge highlight of that last flick. I really hope to see more of her in the future. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I feel like Victoria Hayes' soul is finally at rest after what happens at the end there, but I would love to see more of her. I thought that was one of the best parts of the last movie, and it was something I was really worried about. I made multiple videos on how I was like, man, I really liked the little pale girl in the previous flick, you know. Now the entity is going to be taking the shape of Victoria. I don't know, you know, I don't know if this is going to work or not. And fuck, I mean, that worked. That worked almost better than some of the Art the Clown scenes, which is kind of crazy to say. But Vicky was terrifying in that last flick. Samantha Scafidi, one of the biggest parts of that last flick for me, for sure. She was awesome. So mad props to Vicky. Me and my girl just got done watching Scream in school. What a day. Nice. That sounds like so much fun. You watch Scream like at school? Like were they like playing that? Do they still do the thing where they wheel in like CRT televisions and make you watch shit? Or am I just old? Probably. When I was in high school, back in my day, when they would wheel in the CRT television, we'd watch Bill Nye the Science Guy. Well, now I feel fucking old, Scarlett. God damn. Yo, Jake, what happened to the clown in Terrifier 2? What happened to that clown? He's he got his head back in Terrifier 3. Am I spoiling this for you? I feel like I'm spoiling this for you, fella. Don't want to spoil it. Erica said, remember to hit that like button if you haven't already, and if you want to show a little more love, then hit subscribe and change the notification bell to all so you never miss a live/video. I mean, that'd be kind of cool if you did that, you know, it'd be kind of sick. I'm just saying. Might want to take some advice from Erica here. That'd be awesome. I got one more thing here, and I'm probably gonna sign off. ABH Ninjas is saying I felt so bad for my friend because she left to go to the bathroom and came back and walked into the theater, and the first thing she saw was the attic kill, but the Vicky part of the kill with the blade. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's upsetting. Let me tell you. Whew. I'll tell you what, you know, if there's a final thought that I would love to leave this on, it's the ladies really killed it in Terrifier 3 across the board. You know, of course, Lauren Lavera gives another great performance. She was great. Victoria Hayes, big standouts. Love to see Brooke coming back. That was great. I don't know. A lot of great performances from the women of Terrifier, which I think is I don't know if that hasn't been said or not, but they deserve some more praise for sure. David Howard Thornton, of course, killed it. Love him. But man, I'll tell you what, a lot of the ladies in Terrifier 3 did an excellent job. Some great performances there, and I hope to see them again for the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be signing off here, but next Friday I'll be live again on the page. I'm hoping to get a gaming live stream out this week over on GullGotha. Finally, I know we've been talking about it for ages, and I think I'm finally ready to do it, make it happen. So, go check that out. Go make it happen. Give it a watch. And I will have a Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 video come out this week. Some more videos on this page, and hopefully a retro video at sometime early next week, maybe this weekend, on all about Thanksgiving, which I'm really excited to post. So much love to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support tonight. And Lighting Ghost, dude, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. If you're still hanging out with us, I really appreciate that. That's going to carry me through the month, I believe, right now. So thank you so much for the support, guys. So much love. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out.